Now, welcome to a special edition of News from Naboo, a celebration edition with Thor's lightning takes, as always. And since we have, I think, quite a bit to talk about, let's get right to the news.
All right, we're kind of going to go over what happened at this morning's or this afternoon, depending on where you live. The Lucasfilm panel.
Which we didn't get to see, actually, oddly enough.
They said it was going to be live, but then it wasn't live. They didn't. They started up all their streaming after that panel. Boo.
Yeah, so pretty much everything we have is kind of secondhand, coming from others who are actually at Celebration posting about it. So we might miss some things. We might, get some slightly wrong information. So do bear with us. We didn't actually get to watch the panel.
No, we did our best for you, though. So first they talked about Kenobi, which is hours away, which is super exciting.
Yeah, we will be staying awake and maybe doing a review after. I don't know, that review might be up at like 5 in the morning, so keep your eyes open if your eyes are open at that hour.
Obviously, they didn't give us any new information. I mean, why at this point would you? But what I do have is a couple of notes here. Ewan McGregor came out and told everybody who was at the panel that they can come back and watch the first episode with the cast at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
So watch for spoilers.
Be very cautious of spoilers now, because there's a whole group of people who are going to be tweeting it out and all that in a matter of hours.
Soon, maybe by the time, maybe while you're watching this.
By the time this video goes up, they could already be watching
spoilers
it. So
for the first two
please
episodes.
be careful. And secondly, the theme was out there.
The John Williams theme, yeah.
He conducted it live, and I'm going to say it was beautiful, haunting, and very Star Wars.
It was good, but it needs to be seen in the context, I think. It's good out of context. I'm not saying it's like, it was okay. No, it was good, but I can't wait to actually see it in the context of the show.
And not to mention, as we heard from Natalie Holt, the other composer on the show, she says that there are variations to this theme. So we have more to listen for from John Williams.
The master himself. Mm-hmm. Still looking good at 90. Mm-hmm. Crazy. All
right, we'll move on. Trailer drop for Andor.
Yes.
The cast was all out there. We have a couple of quotes from some of the actors that are going to be in the show. I mean, Genevieve O'Reilly said, "It's such a gift to come back to this role."
Yes, playing Mon Mothma, who she played it in the prequels. She played her in the prequels.
Mm-hmm. And Diego Lunas, and also in Rogue One. But Diego also says, "You're not going to recognize Cassian in the show at first, that he is very selfish." Then he also went on to joke that he loves playing this character in the show because he knows they're not going to kill him.
Well, they are eventually going to kill him. They're just not going to kill him in the show.
Yes, but you already know where your demise happens.
You're pretty safe. You got a secure job until the show wraps. They're not. Yeah, you're
not
pretty
like
good.
When you're playing Game of Thrones and you're like, they can kill any one of us at any point in time.
I'm sure there are actors who got killed off in season 1 who are like, wow, this thing went for 8 years and I could have been a part of that. But anyway, and we did a full kind of trailer discussion over on my channel, my main channel over there. So if you're curious to hear more about our thoughts on the trailer, it's going to be over on just the normal Thor Skywalker channel.
Yeah, I got a temporary promotion, so I got to come over there too.
Yes, you will be on there for a couple other videos probably. Who knows? We'll see.
Right. Well,
see if you're good or not.
Tony Gilroy tells us that Andor is set 5 years before Rogue One. We're getting 12 episodes this year, and then they're going to be shooting 12 for next year. Stellan Skarsgård, who I actually really love as an actor, is going to be playing a rebel leader.
He's going to be wearing pants, unlike in Thor the Dark World.
Yes, pants.
I hope. I mean, I could be. Maybe he's the pantsless rebel general. We don't know.
Perhaps. And these episodes, 1 and 2, are dropping on August 31st with a weekly serialization afterwards.
What I was a little confused about, because we originally heard Andor was going to be like 4 seasons, 5 seasons. Yeah. So they made it almost sound like 2 seasons and then wrapping it up. Or am I?
No, they're just saying that that's when second season will be.
Okay, so we're still looking at.
They're saying 3, I think, is their magic number.
Okay. Again, we know K2 will be in season 2, or we've been kind of told he probably will be.
Yes.
Okay.
Next to a project that goes out to my own heart.
Oh, it's going to be Willow.
Willow!
This isn't Star Wars news. We can't talk about this here. I'm kidding. I love Willow.
Well, it was the Lucasfilm panel.
I know.
They snuck Willow in.
Very clever of them not to call it like the Star Wars, whatever panel. But
no, the Lucasfilm panel. 34 years.
That's crazy.
That is how long it's been since Willow came out in 1988.
Yeah, I remember seeing that film. I loved that film as a kid. I was about 10 years old when that came out. So I was, I mean, from just telling me it was from the guy who made Star Wars, it's like, oh my God, I love this movie. But no, it's actually really, really enjoyable. Really just a fun, high fantasy type film.
Before I knew what Star Wars was.
Get out of my house.
What a...
I'm kidding. But no, I would have loved the movie even if I didn't know George Lucas had made it. It's a fantastic movie, and
Beautiful
the
fantasy.
trailer looked great. I mean, it looks
beautiful.
It does. It kind of captures that high fantasy feeling that a lot of shows don't really capture as well.
They go for it and they fail.
Yeah, it really had a very, very nice, fantastic, whimsical kind of look to it. That, like I said, some of the shows, I'm not going to give any examples, but sometimes they're supposed to be high fantasy shows. And like, well, you look like you're in the backwoods of whatever, and it doesn't look fantasy at all. But anyway,
and they did say that Saoirse and Bad Mortigan are both going to be in it, as well as Willow.
Bad Mortigan's going to be in it.
Oh, of
interesting.
Course.
I didn't see him in the trailer at all.
I think I caught a glimpse of him, and I'll probably pop that specific image up, but I think I saw him. They also had the beasts, the monsters that were in the original one too.
Interesting.
There were some really amazing things, but I have to know what happened to Elora Danan. He protected that baby, and it was going to be raised by like her uncle.
She's got to be the girl in the trailer, right?
Well, I think she is, but they had the cast come out on their little Star Wars Live program, and they had the 3 girls from the trailer came out, and the one who I was like, you are totally Elora Danan, you look like her, came out there and was like, my character's name is Dove, and I am a kitchen maid, and I have a thing for that character, Kit's
and I'm totally
brother.
not.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, I'm totally not the baby you saw in the first movie.
I feel like she's Elora Danan. Maybe she has a nickname of Dove. Who knows?
Elora Dove. It's kind of... Maybe she doesn't
or
know.
she goes by that name to continue to stay in hiding because this evil, our evil sorceress was, is gone, doesn't mean that she's safe.
True, but this is... Perhaps we should move on.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking about I know it's
I'm sorry,
the
everyone. I could
Lucasfilm
probably
panel.
ramble about Willow for quite some time.
I'm sure we will review it when it comes out on my birthday, the first episode. November 30th.
All right, we'll move on to another thing that's not Star Wars. We got the first promotional image from Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and that was about it.
That was
as far as we know. Yeah,
there was just one image drop, and it was like, "Hey, remember this?" And we're like, "Yep."
Never heard of it. No idea.
All right, so we'll move on from there. Next, we will talk about Mandalorian Season 3. Bo-Katan will be back. She's supposedly going to have a substantial role. They're going to Mandalore. It's going to be coming out February 2023. They did play some teaser reel, which unfortunately I haven't seen.
Probably out there somewhere, but we haven't hunted it down. I'm sure someone on there got it on their camera.
But a description... Oh, it's already been taken down over and over again online.
Well, yeah, somebody's got it still.
Somebody has it.
Look hard enough, you can find anything on the internet.
But what I was told about the footage was that you could tell it is a bigger scope with some darker undertones.
That's kind of what I predicted the show would turn into. Not to toot my own horn, but I said the first couple seasons would be small and it would keep getting bigger.
You like to toot your own horn, though.
I only around you because you try to toot it right back at me, your own horn. But no, I kind of predicted that the show would start out small and it would kind of grow in scale over time, especially when I heard this was going to be part of some kind of crossover event with the other series. I knew this was going to get bigger and bigger.
All right, next we'll do a brief mention, because that's all they did, of Ahsoka. They just had a image come up on the screen. Rosario Dawson said hi from the set. She's filming right now, and that's about it.
That's it, huh?
Hi, everybody, I'm filming.
But not right now. This won't be in the actual
I might
episodes.
need Dave back.
Yeah, because we did hear it when Filoni and Favreau were interviewed. He's like, yeah, he drove here and he's going to drive back pretty much right after to
right after he's done with his panels, because he's like, I got work to do.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect much from Ahsoka, considering it is just filming now, and maybe some kind of small little clip from it, but apparently not even that.
Well, you don't want to overclip. I mean, Kenobi is coming.
Yeah.
Andor is now starting to ramp up its attention.
You talked about Mando.
Needs to wait.
Yeah, you do need. I'm not arguing against it. I'm not surprised at all.
Let's move into the last piece. We have Skeleton Crew. John Watts and Chris Ford's new series about a group of kids lost in the galaxy. It's going to be starring Jude Law. It's going to take place in the Ahsoka/Mando era of the timeline. For those of you who remember, we did talk about the show before. It was
we were kind of under the impression it'd be live action, but go ahead.
It is live action.
It is live action.
Yeah, I remember they were doing a casting for a bunch of kids. Or no, maybe it's not. I don't know.
No, I thought this was animated. Pretty sure this is animated. And that they were looking for like 11 to 12-year-olds for voice actors. I could be wrong. Again, it's been a busy day.
It's supposed to come out in 2023. And this is the show we described as Stranger Things meets Star Wars, is what the description was that we have heard a rumor of ages ago.
Yeah, I thought they compared it to Clone Wars. Like that, how Clone Wars is for kids, but it's not just for kids. Well, let me say that again, but because Clone Wars is not just for kids.
Clone Wars, it's for kids in the same way that Clone Wars was, meaning that it definitely has enough adult overtone to keep it adults.
Well, yeah, and eventually Clone Wars just kind of became for adults and the kids who grew up with it, which was just kind of a brilliant way to do it.
So most likely it is an animated show, yes.
Yeah. So I thought Filoni and Favreau were executive producing this too. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that Jude Law is going to be a droid in this. I don't know. They always have like
droid Law.
Yeah, he's going to have a real good droid voice. You'll see. That's
of course he will. I think that's all we have for coverage of the Lucasfilm panel.
Wow, it feels like we're missing stuff. I really wish we could have seen the actual panel
rather than.
Because, like I said, I feel like there's probably a lot more stuff we could be talking about or going over, and maybe we will kind of, if we get more news, maybe on a Monday or something, we'll kind of just do a whole overview and a really long episode of news from Naboo. But anyway, for now, I guess that's all we've got for you this time. So take to the comments below, tell us what you think of this news, or fill us in on other things you've heard that we are missing out on.
Watch Willow, if you haven't seen it.
Yes, watch the original Willow. If you've never seen that movie, watch it.
Suggest that movie.
It's on Disney Plus. Go ahead, watch it. You won't regret it. It is a very good high fantasy type film.
And then you can decide if you feel like watching the sequel or not.
Yeah. But anyway, take to the comments below. Tell us what you think. Let's talk some Star Wars, and until next time, thanks for watching.